Covenant. This morning, we're privileged to have 4 minutes for mission the area director of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Ryan Sears. This is Ryan in person. Ryan is the father of 4 wonderful girls. His wife, Angie, pretty much does all the work, right, Ryan?
That's true.
I'm just kidding. I'm sure you're very helpful. Ryan was a guard for the Creighton Blue Jays, and he did some damage there. Ryan has been a solid follower of Jesus Christ since high school, and Ryan is going to tell us about the mission of FCA and what it plans to do for the Omaha area. Ryan?
Thank you. Good morning. I've been on staff with FCA now for 5 years, and our goal, we want to help coaches lead their athletes to Christ. You know, this is such a unique time. A lot of things going on in our world that has forced you guys and organizations and even us to change up our strategy. So we were unable to have our normal camps, which have been going on since 1954 this summer, and a lot of things have switched. But, you know, from our perspective, where there's friction, there's traction. And so this actually has provided a great opportunity for FCA as we've taken different strategies towards virtual discipleship through coaches. And coaches still have a ton of influence over their athletes. And so the opportunity remains there. It remains strong. And so we have about 40 what we call coaches for Christ in the area who are day in and day out trying to point their athletes to Christ. And we serve 72 campuses here in our city, not to mention club sports, which is a whole nother area that we're strategizing to get into. But, you know, even with all these issues going on in our country, the influence of the coach remains. So even though FCA camps and some of the programs have shifted, the influence of the coach is still there waiting when these kids come back to school and get back into the teams and practices. So, you know, we're trying to raise up staff, raise up volunteers, raise up donors, board members, all to help support coaches lead their athletes to Christ. And another thing that's shifted with FCA recently is we've gone more towards the multiplication idea, where we want coaches to disciple and present the gospel, but we also want to challenge them and disciple them and help them make disciples who make disciples. So the COVID has presented an opportunity for us to develop curriculum and tools for them and to encourage them to not only make disciples, but make disciples who they can launch to make disciples. So we're really challenged, but we're really excited about what the Lord is doing in our time. We keep saying that God never operates on plan B. He's still on plan A, and he's still going to accomplish his purposes, and we're trying to prayerfully be in a position to play our role for the sake of the gospel. So would ask for your prayer, would ask for your help, however the Lord would lead, and continue to do that as we seek to help coaches make disciples who make disciples in our city through the tool of sports.